Hi, it's Pepper. I am at the Chicana Center doing tarot readings and some mediumship. And I do not have a client right now, anybody in here, so I decided to do a recording and kind of a drawing for myself. And I kid you not, I drew the Star and Judgment, and then the Sun and the Lovers. So the Star and Judgment and the Sun and Lovers. And if you know, this is the major arcana, meaning this is happening at a soul spirit level. This isn't even necessarily intentional inner work that you're doing or shadow work or anything. This is truly just life, the universe, spirit, God, the divine is moving you and shifting you through some cycle or transition. And so the Star for me and the Judgment together tell me that there has been a place where you have felt like you've been exposed recently, where you were really willing to shine as yourself and be yourself, where you were living in your own balance and with your own authenticity shining. And you came up against some judgment. But in this situation, I think you have overcome the judgment. That's the point of this card, is recognizing that you're not looking for nor living based on the external judgment of others. This doesn't come from external validation. This is that final moment when you stop judging yourself and you recognize, I'm perfectly clean and beautiful the way I am. And yes, I can stand up out of this old coffin, this old box that I've created for myself, having to be a certain way, having to live a certain way in order to gain that external validation. But this is about spirit level validation, that internal sense of yourself validating, I like who I am. I like the way I live my life. I like the choices I'm making. And so that brings you right into the Sun, this moment of being able to find your own inner peace, your own inner light. And so you're no longer necessarily just shining in authenticity, but you're shining with joy, with beauty, your actions coming in through this beautiful red masculine energy of basically root and safety, feeling secure and stable as yourself, but also letting the world know in your physical life, this is me, this is who I am. This naked little kid just playing on the back of freedom. The white horse represents freedom and purity. Sunflowers follow the sun. So you are totally following your solar plexus, following your own will, your own desire, your own path that spirit has given you. And so you've really, truly stepped into the joy of authenticity because you stop judging yourself and you stop looking for others to find you your value or your worth. And so now you're living in this sun, and so you get to step into real unconditional love. You get to step in where your divine and feminine, masculine and feminine are balanced, where you're finding that place of the physical world looking to the inner flow, which is then looking for and connected to the divine. And so this may be in a real physical relationship. You notice an opening of your heart, an opening towards love. Children are very loving and playful. And so you may be in the physical world opening to love, to relationship. And at the same time, this could be love for yourself, that inner spiritual love of yourself and recognition of your choices and the joy of just being yourself. I love who I am. I love my jingly earrings. I love glitter eyeshadow. I love my heart, my integrity, my laughter. I love the way I talk. I love how much I talk. Whatever it is that you find quirky and different about yourself, that all of a sudden you find that to be a beautiful, pleasing thing. And in the places where you recognize, hey, I've got some growth, you hold that with humility. And you can say, yeah, I've got some growth areas and I love that about myself. I love that there's still a place for me to be human, to be in this body, in this experience and learning and growing. And I'm curious to see what's next. And so this is a killer reading and I'm so excited. For anybody finding this, the Star, the Judgment, overcoming judgment of others, external validation, living as the sun, living in joy and peace and happiness, and then stepping into the Lover, stepping into that self-love, that unconditional love of God, the love of Pachamama and all of the elements here that are holding you. Yeah, way to go. You may have felt like life was kind of crazy and chaotic and you were having all these emotions and things and processing and letting that energy go. But you have been a badass lately. So I'm really proud of you for stepping into this love for yourself and just unconditional love and alignment. So way to go, yeah.